The add-on modules. 1. The scheduler. The scheduler offers 300 individual schedules with up to 30 events each. A schedule is always related to one single process point. These entries are basically designed as weekly entries, but by limiting the valid time range, you can also make them single or exception entries. By means of scene control, of course, more than 30 commands per entry are possible. Periods have no absolute year's reference. They will run every year between the designated begin and end days. A period that starts in year X and ends in year X+1 is of course also possible, like the classical winter period from October to April. All entries in the scheduler's list can be modified also by the user from the normal website. A brief explanation of the schedule editor. On the left side, you find the communication items, which can be assigned to the schedules by drag and drop. In the upper center part, you see all existing schedules. New ones will be added to this list when you click the plus icon below. Accordingly, the minus icon removes a selected schedule. The clone icon copies the selected schedule. On the upper right side, the properties of a schedule must be edited. The name, endurance period, if it is active, an exception and visible for the user, as well as the object link and, if required, an external trigger to end or disable it. In this context, let me explain the meaning of exception. It is quite easy. All schedules marked as exception will always run, while other schedules for the same process point and overlapping days without this marking will be suppressed. In the right lower corner, the schedules can be saved and the editor closed. The editor for the events is in the lower center page, with all regular editing control buttons like for the schedules list above. For practice, let us create a schedule which is supposed to move the blinds each day in summertime in the morning at 6:30 a.m. up and in the evening at 9 p.m. down. Since there is no specific data type for motion control, you have to set on for down and off for up. Each Sunday the blinds should remain closed until 8 a.m. At first, we define the period. Click on the plus button for periods and enter the name summer, beginning on the 1st of May, ending the 30th of September, and save it. Now create a new schedule clicking the plus icon. Then search the corresponding group address or object and insert it. The name for the schedule now will be composed by the object name plus the period name. It still can be edited. Next, you have to add at least one event. Click on this plus icon below. Now you can save the schedule and continue with further events. So I create the 3 required events now. Make sure to check all the required days of the week, the activity and visibility flags, and of course to set the correct execution time and value. Schedules web interface for the user. For the end user, there is no need to be familiar with the web editor. He can modify the schedules and period settings also in the regular web interface. A link button must be placed on any of the control pages in order to be able to enter the schedule settings. The schedule page is preset to run as independent page or inside a container. I have created such a page call here. You open the schedule, select one, open the dialog, and now you can change all properties except the object link itself. When finished, you return via the back button. With update, you save the schedule changes. Remember, these modifications are only possible if the flag for visible is set in the module editor before.